any Hebrew Israelite coming here every week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked place called America. All right, and to tell you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians that you're the true Hebrew Israelite the Bible speaks about. And it's my job and the brother's job that's always out here with me and every brother around the four corners of the earth to tell you people that this place is going to be destroyed. All right, America, spiritually, Sodom, Gomorrah, Babylon. All right, it's on its way out. It's the same message every week, man. Every day, every week. 365 days a year, man. All right, 24/7. This message is never going to change until this place has been done away with. All right, every kingdom had its time. All right, every nation had its reign. All right, but you Negro Latinos, you haven't had your time. And that's what we're always telling you, man. That you're a chosen people, man. All right, the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, chose you out of all the nations. All right, there's 18 nations, man. But among all the people, especially, He chose you. All right, and that's who the earth really belongs to. That's who the kingdom really belongs to. All right, under the Lord Yahushai, man. All right, but again, all right, what I'm going to mainly speak on today is the so-called white man, because he don't ever. He's the one who put all this wickedness out to brainwash you, take that message away from you. The message that was the same from the beginning, all right? And we haven't been, we always speak about them, but we haven't really gotten on them lately. And that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna dedicate this message all about so-called white man Esau, all right? The cracker, man. The real devil of the Bible, all right? Not no red horns. The word devil means liar, all right? It comes from the word diablos, which means to be a liar, a deceiver. That's all it is to spread lies. And that's all he's done, and that's all he's gonna continue to do until he's destroyed, all right? But this is Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. And that's another thing, real quick. This word's always been a burden to you people because you can't accept the fact that the Most High is a righteous hate, all right? Which I'm about to read it, but the word indignation means to have a righteous hatred, all right? The burden of the word to Malachi, or of the word to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Because you say that you don't like the fact that us men, when we come out here, we tell you that the white man's the devil. All right, they don't like hearing that. They don't like hearing that he's going to be destroyed. And you know what? Why would you hate it? All right, this man's done so much shit to you people. He's brainwashed you. He's got you laughing at us. He's got you laughing at the message, acting like it's a joke when it's not. All right. That's what he's done to you. He's got you laughing at the men that are telling you the truth when he's the one who was killing you, stealing from you, lying to you, robbing you, murdering you. All right. It says, I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, because the Most High chose Israel, man. All right, because they're the ones who keep the laws and commandments. Though they don't keep them today yet, they're the ones that he gave the law to. And they were representatives of the Most High and Yahushai, who y'all call Jesus. It says, and I hated Esau. So there you go, the Most High can hate. It's a righteous hate. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Because that's the mentality of Esau, man. That's another thing. The Most High has set things, all right? He's got set plans, all right? And here it is, Esau, the so-called white man, is trying to disturb those prophecies, to disturb the Most High's plans. The Most High had a plan from the beginning of the foundation of the earth to have Esau destroyed, to have Esau the wicked, all right? But Esau's trying to turn that around and disrupt it. Let me get that real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 16. I'll start at verse 15 because, it says, behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for that sake. And Esau, that's all he's been doing. Gathering against Israel, gathering together to go against the Most High. Ultimately, he's literally gonna mount up and go to war with the Most High. He's gonna actually take up his AK-47s, his M16s, his grenade launchers, and he's gonna shoot them at the Most High, man. So you gotta, this tells you, man, that this man's insane. He's diabolically sinister, man. He's retarded at the most. So, you know, it's insane, man. This devil, man, is a piece of shit. Esau, man. That's the word, man. Esau. That's the name of Esau. The so-called white man today. All right? And the reason we call him so-called is because that's what y'all know him by, the white man. And if y'all want me to, I'll say the white man today. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. And Esau's, that's what the word, or that's what the name Esau means. Wasted away is he, all right? So, the waster to destroy. No weapon, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. And we're condemning the so-called white man, all right? Sorry, we're condemning him day and night, letting them know who he really is, revealing his secrets. That's where it says in Obadiah, how thy secrets, how art thou bare, or thy secrets found out? Because you got men out here that the Most High is revealing the secrets to. And they're letting you know, letting y'all people know who they really are, all right? They're wicked. It's the so-called white man. But back to Malachi, chapter 1, verse 3. It says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste with the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. There you go, because Esau is a border of wickedness. He's that most manipulative person on the earth. The white man, yeah, the white man, he spreads up the disorder and chaos. That's why on the TV, all you see is flashing images. That's what chaos really is. It's just a bunch of just things just happening rapidly. And he spreads it throughout the media, throughout his people, throughout the earth. All right? Let me get this one. It's Sirach chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And like I just gave these examples, we know that Esau's not well ordered. Right? He's far from ordered. I mean, though he's somewhat trying to do, not trying, but though things are the way they are, it's not the real order that we're supposed to be in. The law, statutes, and commandments is what we're supposed to be abiding by. That's the law and order. You know that show they got? It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the rule of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And we know, man, we can tell you all the time, man. Esau, man, the way he, like, through his police, all right, the authority, they're not in order, man. You get stopped, man. You get stopped just because you didn't put your blinker on, man. They treat you as a criminal for not having your blinker on. They treat you for it. The most evil crime is that they're shutting out truth. All right. We spoke about it last week, me and the brother when we were out here. We spoke about it last week how we already know these organizations or corporations, whatever you want to call them, the CIA, the FBI, the DEA, whatever. We already know that they're out there watching us men. They're watching because the higher ups have ordered them to keep profiles on us. What was that? Man, I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called Project Megiddo. Elder Gabar had brought it out a couple years ago, but that project's basically about that us Hebrew Israelites were on a crime list, on a hate list, but we're considered terrorists, all right? And anything that, and we already know that anything that speaks about or goes against this country, we're considered a terrorist, all right? Because we're not for them, right? And really, it's because they know what we're speaking. These the FBI, these organizations, these top secret organizations that are out there, they know what we're about, all right? They believe, as far as, you know, like the scripture saying, James, the devils believe, yeah, they know about Yahweh Shemel Shem. They know there's a great war happening that nobody's telling you about, and they know there's a great war coming, right? And but you don't call them crazy. You don't call the government crazy. It comes down to the government. You actually say, oh, the government would never lie to us. They can't do that. Well, the fuck they do lie. They do lie to you, man. They're the ones spreading them. And you want to say that they're not crazy? That they're not the evil ones, the devils? He's the one who runs the earth, the so-called white man. They're right here. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, all right? Such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right, so there you go. An unwise king destroyeth his people, and it tells you that day and night we are as sheep to the slaughter, man. This is Job. Chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So I just got done telling you that whole list. That the so-called white man is the one who's who's the ruler of this earth. All right. It's not that hard to understand. We've told you for 5 years now, man. Five long-ass motherfucking years, man. That the so-called white man is a devil, right? He is that great deceiver, that liar, right? He was made to lie to you people. He was made for to afflict Israel. But there was a balance to that, man. And there was a time appointed where it was supposed to be ended, but he didn't let us go. All right, he wanted to still continue to destroy us because he has. Well, let me get it. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. See, look right there. You had a perpetual hatred, man. You had something bubbling in you, boiling, that didn't want to go out after it was supposed to. It was that unrighteous hate that you had towards your brother, and that right there, your brother, man. Esau was Jacob's your brother, man. The Israelites, they're your brothers, but you want to be an asshole. You want to be a piece of shit. This most evil, I don't even know, man. Words cannot describe how wicked you really are, man. You white man, right? There's no end to it. Like I said, that's what the word perpetual means, of never ending, forever. If it was to be like this, if this kingdom were to be like this, or to be like this forever, you would not stop killing us forever. Really, you'd kill us all off. And you try to make a master race. But we keep on, us Negro Latinos, we keep on producing too quickly. There's too many of us, man. You can't put us all out. The Most High said that we were going to be as the sand of the sea and as the stars of heaven. We'll be numbered as the stars of heaven. There's just, you can't do away with it. And it just proves to you, Esau, that you cannot truly be the Most High, because if you were the Most High, you could have easily rid all of us in a heartbeat. all right? You could have snapped your fingers and they would all of us would be gone. But just all these examples, all these things that you've done in history and through the process of time, it just shows, man, you're not God, man. You're not. Though you want to exalt yourself like you are, you want to play it like you're a God, you want to sit in your seat like you think you can run this world, like it's yours and nobody can tell you to give it back now. That's stupid, man. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of the calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. See, going all the way back since you were born, man, you loved shedding blood, man. You loved committing iniquity, a violent act. All right, you loved being in transgression of the laws. You loved not keeping the law. Well, with the first, like we said it last week, man. Ever since you were born as a serpent in the beginning of Genesis, that you were still that wicked spirit, man. You were that wicked person. Because you can't forget, y'all people want to think that was an actual snake talking to Adam and Eve. No, it was the characteristics of that man. It was slick. Right? But the first thing you did was you lied, man. And then lying to a person can cause them to die. So you were a murderer. You were a murderer before you even committed the actual physical act of murder. So there's no stopping Esau, man. That's why the Most High has to come back and just told. That's why. Let me go up a verse. Right here, verse 3, it said, "I am, O my seer, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate." Because see, the Most High can't just come out and just destroy the ones who are causing the most hell, the ones who are actually laying up that iniquity, practicing it. He has to come back and do away with the entire nation, all right? Because of how wicked it is. Because just like whenever like Esau had already been dead whenever like Esau, Jacob, all of them, they had already been dead whenever Israel came out of Egypt. And whenever they wanted to pass through the land of Edom, what did Esau say? He said no. But for what? They were trying to flee and get to Israel, which was Jordan first, or Canaan, but they were trying to get to their home. They were trying to get to home, basically, and you didn't want to let them. For what? And I always ask it like that, man, because what did we do? What did Israel? From the time that Esau was born, Esau and Jacob were born, Jacob didn't ever do anything. You rightfully gave up and made a covenant with your brother to have your birthright. You sold your birthright for a bowl of meat, of red meat. It's recorded in history, man. You can't. I mean, you can, but you can't lie about this history, man. The Bible, man, has a true history, and it's the most imprinted. It's the most imprinted document and historical record what you were about. My brother was telling me actually, man, I got hair in my mouth. But my brother, a couple of weeks ago, he was telling me about his boss, that his boss had a plaque. And it is pretty crazy, man. Like that man had a plaque that said, I can't remember what it was, but the brother told me, but it had to do with the bow and the arrow, Esau's blessing. Let me get it real quick. But it just proves what you really are, man. God damn it. Let's see. Well, I don't know where it is, but the brother knows. He knows which one it is. It's not the blessing of the sword that he shall live by.